I don't know when exactly it happened. There wasn't a single moment, a spark, or a dramatic lightning bolt that split the sky and announced it. It was quieter than that. Smaller, like a seed that slipped into the soil of my life without me noticing, waiting, growing, rooting itself into places I didn't even know could ache. What I do know is this: I'm in love with someone I can never have, and the reason why is both simple and unbearably complicated. Her name is Lily. She is my best friend's wife. Before you judge me, before you let your mind wander down the easiest path of assumptions, let me tell you everything, because nothing about this is what you think, and everything about it is tearing me apart. I met Lily 5 years ago on a warm afternoon in June. My best friend Thomas invited me to a small barbecue at his new place. He'd been telling me for months about this incredible woman he was dating, how she was kind, sharp, funny, someone who made everything feel brighter. I had heard him gush about women before. I expected another short-lived romance, another name in a long list of almosts. But when Lily opened the door, smiling shyly and brushing a strand of hair behind her ear, I understood immediately. She wasn't an almost. She was the one, for him. And for reasons I still don't understand, she felt familiar to me. Like I had known her in another life, like she belonged in a chapter of my story that had been missing. The three of us sat outside, laughing, talking, drinking cheap beer. At one point, Thomas went inside to grab more ice, leaving Lily and me alone. "So," she said, scrunching her nose in the adorable way she does when she's nervous, "he's told me everything about you." "Oh God," I muttered. She laughed, a soft, musical sound that felt like sunlight. From that moment, something shifted inside me. I didn't know it then, but I felt it. I just didn't want to name it. We became friends, not instantly, not intensely, just naturally, the way two people orbiting the same person tend to do. She'd text me occasionally about restaurants I should try. She'd send me photos of stray cats because I liked cats. She'd ask for help planning Thomas's birthday surprises. It was innocent, completely innocent. The problem wasn't in what happened. The problem was what I felt. Because somewhere between the jokes, the shared glances, the comfortable silences, and the unintentional intimacy of friendship, I fell in love with her, and I didn't realize it until it was too late. It hit me on a random Tuesday. We were at a bookstore. Thomas couldn't make it last minute, so Lily asked if I still wanted to go because you two are the only people I know who get excited about bookstores like children. We wandered the aisles, teasing each other about our tastes. She mocked me for liking existential fiction. I mocked her for buying romance novels with neon covers and ridiculous titles like Love at First Bark. When she reached for a book on the top shelf and couldn't get it, she looked back at me with a smile and said, "Little help?" I slid the book down for her. Her fingers brushed mine, a tiny accidental touch, and something inside me cracked. My heart, my denial, my carefully constructed emotional distance. All of it shattered like thin glass. I looked at her, really looked at her, and felt something that terrified me. I loved her, not in a small way, not in a temporary way, not in a crush-like way. I loved her with the kind of tenderness that makes your chest tight, the kind of ache that feels ancient, the kind of longing that feels like a truth you've always known. But she wasn't mine. She was never supposed to be mine. And in the moment I realized how deep it ran, I felt sick. I tried to pull away. I ignored her messages for a few days, claimed I was busy, stopped dropping by the house, stopped staying long when I did. But Lily noticed. She always notices everything. One evening, she called me out of nowhere. "Did I do something wrong?" she asked. Her voice was soft but tinged with worry. "No," I said too quickly, too defensively. "So why are you avoiding me?" I wanted to lie. I wanted to say I was overwhelmed with work, tired, distracted, but when she asked again, more gently this time, "Please tell me what's going on," my throat tightened. I couldn't tell her the truth, but I couldn't lie convincingly either. So I said, "I just need some space." "From me," she whispered. "Yes." The silence that followed felt like punishment. Okay, if that's what you need." Her voice cracked on the last word. I hung up and cried. I don't cry often, but that night, I let myself fall apart because pushing her away felt cruel, but wanting her felt even crueler. Months passed. I saw her less, talked to her less, did everything I could to stay away without breaking my friendship with Thomas. But life has a twisted sense of humor. One December night, Thomas asked me to come over for a small Christmas dinner. I refused at first, but he insisted. "You're family," he said. "You need to be here." So I went, and when Lily opened the door, wearing a cozy sweater and smiling like she was truly happy to see me, my heart clenched painfully. I realized then that distance hadn't solved anything. I still loved her, maybe even more than before. We all sat around the table, eating roast chicken and laughing about old memories. Lily kept looking at me, little glances, small smiles, tiny sparks of something unspoken. Not romantic, not suggestive, just warm. Warm in a way that burned. After dinner, Thomas went outside to get logs for the fireplace, leaving us alone in the living room. I felt the tension immediately. Not tension between us, tension inside me. Lily took a seat beside me on the couch, hugging her knees to her chest. "I'm glad you came," she said quietly. "Yeah, you too," I whispered. "Me too." She looked at me for a moment, like she was searching for something in my face. "You changed," she said softly. "You've been different." I swallowed. People change. Not like this. I looked away. "Did I lose you as a friend?" she asked. Her voice broke. God, that sound nearly destroyed me. "No," I whispered. "You didn't lose me." "Then why does it feel like I did?" I closed my eyes. "Because I'm in love with you, because I shouldn't be, because you belong to someone else, because I'm trying to be good, because if I'm near you, I'll fall apart." I wanted to say those words. I wanted to confess everything, but I didn't. Instead, I just whispered, "You didn't lose me, Lily. I'm here." She nodded slowly, accepting the half-truth. Thomas walked back in a moment later, breaking the moment like a stone dropped in water, and I exhaled shakily, grateful and devastated at the same time. Life continued. They got married soon after, a beautiful ceremony. I was the best man. I stood beside Thomas as he said his vows, while Lily walked down the aisle, radiant and breathtaking, wearing a smile that wasn't meant for me. When they kissed, everyone clapped. I did too, even as my heart fractured in quiet, unseen ways. Because love doesn't disappear just because it's inconvenient, or because it's impossible, or because it's forbidden. Sometimes love stays even when it has nowhere to go. People always say love is about wanting someone to be happy, even if it's not with you. I always thought that was poetic nonsense, until now, because when I look at Lily with Thomas, when I see how safe she feels in his arms, how she lights up when he enters the room, how he looks at her like she's his whole world, I feel something unexpected. Not jealousy, not resentment, not rage, just gratitude. Gratitude that someone loves her the way she deserves. Gratitude that she is happy. Gratitude that even if she isn't mine, I got to know her, care for her, be a part of her life in the small ways fate allowed. And yes, pain. Always pain. But the pain is part of loving someone you can't have. The pain is proof that the love was real. Sometimes, late at night, when it's quiet and the world feels softer, I imagine what might have happened in another life. A life where timing worked, where circumstances aligned, where she met me first, where we could have become something more than almost. But this isn't that life. In this life, she belongs to my best friend, and I belong to the silence between us. I've tried to move on, dated people, tried to feel something new, tried to feel something for someone else, but it's hard. Not because no one compares, not because I'm holding on to a fantasy, but because loving Lily changed the way I understand love. It made it deeper, softer, more painful, more beautiful, more complicated. It wasn't a choice. It was something that simply happened, and something I will carry quietly, always. So why can I never have her? Not because she doesn't love me, not because she couldn't love me, but because she chose someone else, because loyalty matters, because friendship matters, because honoring someone's happiness matters more than indulging your own longing, and because real love, true love, isn't about claiming someone. It's about letting them be where they belong, even if that place isn't with you. Especially then. I'm in love with someone I can never have, and maybe the saddest part isn't that I can't have her, it's that she will never know. She will never know that someone out there loves her in a quiet, unspoken, unconditional way. That someone looks at her the way poets write about. That someone carries her smile like a secret prayer. That someone would have chosen her in every version of reality. But that's okay, because loving her has taught me something important. Some people are ours to love, but not ours to keep. And Lily, she is both my greatest love and my greatest letting go.